In this day and age, many often find it difficult to correctly express and articulate the complex ideas surrounding humanity, politics, and our relationship to the environment, finding it hard to walk that fine line between cordial conversation and polarized argument. However, within the past 5 years, a poet by the name of Estanislao Lopez has managed to walk this line perfectly, highlighting abstract, nuanced ideals thought lost in this era of fast information and even faster opinions. Having deep roots in the region of the Texas-Mexico border, Lopez's poems often center around the strife that his family and other families have been subjected to, thinking back decades, even centuries, citing the cycles of generational violence and how political opinion changes the mood surrounding the border over time. One such example of this is in his poem My Uncle's Killer, where he describes his uncle's dead body, his blood lit by a nearby gas station sign, leaking into a storm drain. Another example lies in Independence Day in West Texas, describing gunshots in the distance mixed with the day's fireworks. Another common theme communicated through his poems are themes of ecocentrism, a contemporary term used to denote literary works which heavily feature the Earth's own environment, often discussing humanity's impact on nature, the way nature copes with our impact, and ways we as humans can lessen our impact. In his poem, Meditation on Beauty, Lopez perfectly articulates these themes, writing, "There are days I think beauty has been exhausted, but then I read about the New York subway cars that, dumped into the ocean, have become synthetic reefs. Coral gilds the stanchions, feathered with dim Atlantic light. Fish glisten, darting from a window into the seagrass that bends around them like green flames." This is human-enabled grace. So maybe there's room in the margin of error for us to save ourselves from the trends of self-destruction. There is a lot to dissect within this poem, but the main aspects you should be seeing are those themes of our impact on the environment and the ways the environment copes with that impact, and optimism for us saving the planet in the future. This, among the systemic poem with human intelligence, approaching prayer, and the politics of rivers, share this overarching theme of ecocentrism, specifically highlighting the relationship between human politics and the environment we live in vivid ways. To communicate these ideals, rather than specifically relying on imagery to make the poem stand out, Lopez, more often than not, relies on the use of the abstract, stating in an interview with the Adroit Journal, "Imagery can make a poem memorable, since our visual memory is so much stronger than our verbal memory, but memorability is not the heart of poetry. So I definitely do not shy away from the abstract. It is where most of my poems start." This use of the abstract causes him to stand out among other poets, as abstract thought is gradually slipping away as we move into a modern era of technology and time shortage. Now, if you're sitting there wondering why you should read Lopez's works, especially if you also find no interest in society or our climate as I do, it's what made me pick him in the first place, I can only leave you with this. Lopez is one of a kind when it comes to communicating these complex ideas. These things are not easy to talk about, yet he finds a way to convey them in ways that make you think. In a time where complex ideals such as these are often glossed over or ignored, don't you think we should take some time to truly understand the effects they may have in the long run? Thanks for listening, and have a great rest of your day.